It is the Monday, the 25th March, just before 11 o'clock. Reminding traders use risk capital you can afford to lose. We still have a range type day. Z for marketwizards.com and eminywizard.com. Notice how we're starting to attack the blue line. This is the first time back. Anybody that's taken a long side trade, which is a contra against the day's range, should be paid coming in, I believe, first to the O2s and then the O5s and then the good fortune above. And we had said at the end of the hour, timing wise, make sure you don't overstay because we still believe we've got a range type day. And a reminder, the late close was 7.5. So I'm referring to that location. I'm referring to the blue line. And I'm referring to just some dynamics that we've talked about. So there's a range type trade. There's a 5-minute chart. We're looking at a 30 over here. We can see how we've held support. It said we got a point for close the gap here, or you got a bounce where you could get 1 or 2 or 3 or more. I think right here is a good time to make sure you are paid if you are long. Doesn't mean the high is in. It just means that stops should be moved up for sure. And if you like what you've got and aren't willing to bleed back and give back 5 to make 1 or 2 more or 3 more, whatever, fine. That's your choice. That's what trading's all about. If you've got one contract, you're always making decisions. If you've got a multiple, then you have the luxury of peeling something off. Paid for sure by 08. First time back to the blue line. We do see that we broke it and came back the other day. So this one may be trying to soften up. So what are we going to do? We're going to go look at a 10. Let's see what it looks like on a 10 or even a 15. And we never know until hindsight, but we're guessing. We do know that if we're above the 5s, we're back in eating into the range from Friday. So this is a good time to understand fast down and then rotation and fast back up. So typically we've got a range day right now. Both sides have jingle. And we said we thought today would be probably a range type day and got to break down and be careful of even a 1 or a 2 point breakdown. It could be a bounce. So looking at a 10-minute chart, this tells me that we could take out the high and still get a good sell. And the high being RTH, because that would still be under the 18 high from overnight. And right now we're in bounce mode. We've tested support. So far it's held today. We've held the overnight lows. We're back into range. I put this setting on a 10-minute, but this was the chart we had looked at a while ago saying, okay, this is our support, 2 boxes down here. This is our middle 2 boxes, and we said that if we got to the top of this box, 60% back, 4, 5, 6, that we need to pay attention that this rotation in here, any bleed back coming back, could be supported and come back to try to test the highs. So that's the reason why make sure you paid by the 08, because that's the top of the pipe. Pipe is one reference point either side of the middle. Just a common sense idea that says make sure you are paid. And if you have trailers, you can always hang on to trailer. The problem becomes how much are you willing to give back to get a couple more? And sometimes you'll step out and thing just keeps on ripping without you. And then you say, okay, I can't stand it. I'm getting back in. And that's when they get you coming back the other way. You never know. The only thing you must do is when it's running against you is take your stop out. You don't have to take a stop anytime that it's going in your direction and you're moving stops up, but you may be in a position to give back some of what you gained. And that's still better than, a market that's running against you that you're fighting. Just common sense stuff we try to teach here. It's on a 5. And we can see fast down. We said we could set and maybe get a bounce. And here's the bounce right back through all this fast down. I still think we're somewhat neutral. I still think that shorts need to be conservative with their expectations after a 2-day range. Those of you looking at a chart like this, note how we have held the support lows back here, that 92 area we said, make sure you are paid in. We've come up, we've got back up above that monthly middle for now. And we seem to be at an important juncture up here in this 10 area. 10 to 12 and a half should be a key for today's rotations. And so the battle really now becomes any pullbacks, do they get supported to try to jam and test higher? So far, it's a range day, but we have not explored the top end of the range from overnight. '18 resistance until broken. We're using 88 support and range trading in between. And a reminder of this chart that we had looked at earlier. Showing our idea of support and range and resistance. 1, 2, 3. So there's our fighting box. And this is our support box, and this is our resistance box. And we will adjust those as the market gives us new information. That's all you can do. You're out playing golf, or you're taking your kids to school, or you're working and you get some free time. You come in, you have to assess, where is the market right now? Do I have an opportunity? That's day trading. What can I do? Can I go long? Can I go short? Where does it seem better opportunities might be and timing might be? What can I expect reasonably from this? This tells me 2,800 and the 09s, the 10 resistance and range trade until proven otherwise. I was talking with a friend of mine at the pool yesterday, and a lot of people had left, and we were just kibitzing, and he said, "You trade the markets, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "What do you think?" Without hesitation, I said, "Tonight you got to watch 18. I think 18 is the key." I said, "Okay." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because I haven't done well lately." He said, between last December, October, and last December, I lost $500,000. I said, "Wow, that sounds like a lot of money." Said, yeah, and I got a manager, but I'm not happy. I said, well, I wouldn't be happy either if that's the best he can do. So there's dumb money and smart money. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people who know how to make money in other businesses, as this guy has done, but they don't know how to make it grow. So they give it to somebody else. And those guys get paid their fees no matter what, whether they perform or don't perform. So I didn't say you should come to my room, but that's what I was thinking. Get a little bit of an education and manage some of your own money. Well, got to be, if you've got that kind of money, and my course, my program has got to pay off in spades. Or even some of these guys on Twitter know what they're doing. Go find somebody and follow them and say, okay, I'm going to manage a portion, even if you only took part of it. And so let me see what I can do. This guy's retired, obviously well healed enough where he doesn't need it, but who wants to throw away that kind of money? So I point out to you that this is a skill that will help you later in life, especially. Even if you can only get yourself a couple of ticks an hour, you're still doing better than the guy that's working at Walmart, because you can scale up with this. Anyways, enough said about that. I just believe in education. I think there are too many people who are willing to throw away their money on their kids and whatever for college education that these days doesn't necessarily guarantee any job when you get done. Give them a few bucks, say, here, go learn how to trade, and then go to school and pay for your own education. But I want my money back. Right now, I still think we've got the low in for now, and we are testing the middle and then perhaps a little bit higher. And I don't want to make the mistake today of thinking that any bounce is going to be a one-way bounce that never comes back. I think the possibility is there to set the low and come up and test higher. But I still think we're going to run into some resistance before we're done. We shall see.